Of course, we couldn't leave home without our Breville espresso machine.
Now we're going to move to the front of the bus where I'm going to show you one of my favorite spots.
After getting a taste for this lifestyle, it's kind of addictive, honestly.
Hi, I'm Andrew. This is my wife, Susanna. Come take a tour of our mid-bus.
This is our kitchen, and we've got three main ways of cooking in here. We've got a ton of solar on the roof, so when we don't want to use our just standard Coleman burner that uses the propane, we can go ahead and flip this down. This is a genius space-saving thing that I wish more people knew about. This air fries. It's got an air fry basket, and it's all metal, none of that plastic in your air frying. It does baking, so you can actually bake cookies and biscuits in here. We do so much in here. You even toast bread, and it just folds up right out of the way. And we've also got an Instapot, which comes in handy because we've got a ton of solar on the roof, and sometimes we don't know what to do with all of our energy. So cooking with electric versus having to waste propane is so key. Of course, we couldn't leave home without our Breville espresso machine. One of the super useful hacks that I've seen for van life, bus life, you're trying to save water constantly because you have a limited supply of water. We actually got a cup washer attachment to put onto our sink, so that way you just stick the cup on the top and the water shoots into the cup and rinses it out really fast. Moving on from there, we've got our spice racks up in the corner. I'm the cook in the house. I love cooking, and I really enjoy all the different spices. These baskets, these are actually off of Amazon, and we've got the same baskets in our bedroom to hold our clothes, except just bigger versions of them. But we really like them with these little leather poles, and we can see kind of, from the top what's in each basket, so we don't have to go searching for things. We just know where everything is. This down here, this is our Dometic dual zone refrigerator. We built it on a 500-pound drawer slide, so I'm actually able to pull this out, and I've sat on it before and it's been fine. So one side is a freezer, one side is a refrigerator. I've seen people, and I've done van life before with just a refrigerator, and I tell you what, it is a game changer to have that frozen broccoli, to have the frozen shrimp and all the frozen, ice cream, and to be able to make ice for iced lattes. It's just so key to have that freezer element in here. Moving on from there, we've got several drawers. I installed these latches on them so that way they'll stay shut while we're actually driving. We've got stuff like pots and pans, extra pantry items. We've got our coffee syrups down there. We've got, extra coffee mugs. We've got an assortment of things that you put in the drawer. One of the reasons that we brought our espresso machine with us is it's our passion. My wife and I, we were both former baristas, and we really enjoy making coffee and the smiles that we get to see on people's faces as we host them with a nice latte or a shot of espresso. Now, after your shot of espresso, you might need to use the restroom, so let me go ahead and show you that. Welcome to the bathroom. This bathroom is different from a lot of other vans and showers because we actually fit a full-size 32 by 32 residential shower pan in here. We also have our Nature's Head composting toilet, which is pretty standard for vans these days. We did FPV board on the shower walls. It's kind of like a plastic board, but we did a nice cedar ceiling on here, and we actually finished it off with boat varnish. So even though it's cedar and it's resilient to water, the boat varnish really helps give it that extra resiliency. So to use the shower, we actually take this toilet out. A lot of people think that we somehow sit on the toilet while we're using the shower. That doesn't happen. We take the whole toilet out of the shower. It's really easy, really simple, more simple than it even sounds. Okay, so now my wife Susanna is going to show you the bedroom. I grew up in Connecticut in a pretty small town, and what got me into van life was I just saw a bunch of other people on YouTube and whatnot, and I was getting out of the military, and I decided to give it a go. And so I actually built out a Prius and got on the road, and it was fantastic. And I started building out a van, and that's when I met my wife Susanna.
we ended up getting married and moving into that van together. And that's really kind of what kicked off our van life journey.
And I grew up in a small town in the Midwest and just wanted to see more of what our country had. And I was a traveling nanny for a couple years, and I met my husband while I was traveling, and he made me a maple latte, and we got married a few months later and started traveling. Welcome to our bedroom area. Here we have a full-size mattress. We also designed it so that we could have our controls right by the bed so that we can turn on the heat or turn on the fan while laying in bed. So we have our diesel heater control and our max air fan control, as well as the light switches. On this side, we have our Zero Breeze air conditioner, which runs completely off of our solar. So that is really nice, especially when it's hot at night. And then we have clothes storage underneath the air conditioner at the end of the bed, as well as our light switch for the bedroom. And over here is our living room. So here in the living room, we have a couch, which is actually a narrow twin size mattress, memory foam mattress. So we put it in thinking that it could be a guest bed, but we haven't had any guests come stay with us. But anyways, it's a nice comfy couch. Underneath we have lots of storage. We also have our Lagoon mount table, which we can swivel around, use it for workspace or when we're having coffee. Over here we have our beanbag chair that is actually space for extra blankets and stuff we just want to put away. We have our more rechargeable fans. We have our dimmable light switch for the overhead lights. At the end of the couch, we have a filing cabinet that we use for shoe storage and other things, and we can lock it so that it doesn't fly open while we're driving. And then we also have a rack for our hats and coats. Now we're going to move to the front of the bus, where I'm going to show you one of my favorite spots.
After getting a taste for this lifestyle, it's just so amazing, and the people that we meet and the places that we go and get to see and experience, it's kind of addictive, honestly. So what's next? We're building out a van for the purpose of having a more efficient build to have kids and continue our travels in that aspect. Who knows, we might buy some land too and do some homesteading during some of the seasons and travel during some of the other seasons. The world's our oyster, but we've definitely got that travel bug. I think once you start this lifestyle, it's so hard to just go back to, what people consider normal living. We could see ourselves doing this for a long time, pretty much indefinitely. As the kids grow, our space might have to grow. We might have to keep switching out rigs here and there, but each build, we just keep getting better and better and building more skills. And we're really looking forward to, what this life has for us.
Welcome to the front of the bus. Here we kept our original bus doors. We also kept the original storage spaces up above. We have toiletries up here, and then we have our moonshade and outdoor rug in this cabinet up here. We also installed a backup camera that we can put on a mount up here to help just drive safely. We can leave it on while we're driving so we can see what's going on and make sure the bikes are okay on the rack. But what I really want to show you is the seat that we had installed. We bought it off Facebook Marketplace and had our mechanic install it for us. It's super comfy. I can recline in it. I can be right up front and see everything that Andrew's seeing while we're driving. It has a shoulder strap, which is super important to us while we're driving to keep us safe. Behind the seat, we have a curtain on a retractable clothesline to help keep the heat or the air conditioner in the back and to give us a little bit more privacy with these big bus door windows.
You can find us online on our YouTube channel or on Instagram at Andrew and Susanna Vanlife, but we hope to see you on the open road soon.
Bye.